production capacity of 3.2 gigawatts. The ministry explained that its production capacity will be greater than that of 2 nuclear power plants. The Sinan cluster also compares with a 1.4 gigawatts wind power complex planned to be constructed in North Jeolla province. In local news, strong winds and rain led to multiple flight disruptions today at Gimhae International Airport. The Korea Meteorological Administration issued a strong wind advisory for the area, with gusts reaching 13.4 meters per second in Sahagu district and about 10 millimeters of rainfall recorded by 2 p.m. Korean Air Flight KE-1815 from Gimpo was unable to land and return to its departure airport, while flight KE-2230 from Shanghai was also diverted to Gimpo due to the severe wind conditions. A Korean air official said KE-1815 would be cancelled and KE-2230 may try to fly back to Busan if the weather improves. More delays and cancellations are expected, with gusts of up to 20 meters per second forecast along Busan, Ulsan, and the southern Gyeongsang coast through early tomorrow. Meanwhile, the strong wind advisory issued around noon was lifted as of 4 p.m. A city audit has found that last September's major sinkhole on Busan's Sasang-Hadan subway line was caused by poor supervision by the Busan Transportation Corporation and construction management failures. Unqualified subcontractors conducted faulty waterproofing tests, and city officials failed to follow up on construction delays or report issues. The Busan City Audit Committee issued 10 administrative actions, 33 personnel measures, and ordered on about 1.2 billion Korean won design cost reduction. Despite previous claims blaming heavy rain, the audit points to compounded negligence. In international news, passengers have been forced to evacuate a Delta plane after an engine caught fire while on the tarmac at Orlando International Airport in Florida. Video on social media shows smoke and flames rising from the right engine and passengers exiting the aircraft down inflatable emergency slides. And now for today's weather on this Earth Day. The current weather in the Busan area is 16 degrees Celsius with cloudy skies and rain. The temperature will average around 15 degrees Celsius this evening. And that wraps up this hour's news. Thank you for joining us. You're listening to BFM 부산영어방송.
Your best choice. BEFM 부산영어방송.
Coming up next is For Your Busan with Nick Greenwood. BFM 부산영어방송.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Before humankind knew that the Earth was round, people could only guess that it might be shaped like a square. They even believed that if you sailed too far, you would fall off the edge and never return. However, one great explorer proved that the Earth is round by successfully traveling it and returning home after 3 years. That's right, the Earth is round and it's still spinning today. But now, if we want the Earth to keep moving without any problems, it's time for all of us to make an effort. Well, hello there everybody, my name is Nick, and welcome to For Your Busan. Let's kick off this Tuesday with Universe by Taesung.
어둠 너머의 빛이 텅 빈 내 맘을 두드리고 말을 걸어 들어보라고 What am I missing 답도 잘 모르던 my days 숨이 가쁘도록 찾아 헤매던 그게 이 순간일지 모르지 So walking 저 빛을 따라서 또다시 다시 I'm running 어둠 넘어 Find my own 너로 가득 채워진 universe 이 밤 건너 Hear your voice 펼쳐지는 my new Million stories 다시 쓰여질 daydreams 새로 채워진 하루는 너로 가득해 Turn into my favorite song 또 어두운 밤이 올 때 너를 바라보면 돼 여기 멈춰서 So walking 저 빛을 따라서 또다시 다시 I'm running 어둠 넘어 Find my own 너로 가득 채워진 universe 이 밤 건너 Hear your voice 펼쳐지는 my new world 같은 곳을 본 지금 네 곁에 날 last forever 더 크게 외쳐 너를 부를게 이 떨림 멈추지 않게 이대로 너와 나의 손을 잡아줘
대성의 Universe가 오늘의 첫 곡이었습니다. Welcome everybody to the show. It is 4:09 in the afternoon. This is for Your Busan, and my name is Nick. Now, do you know what time the sun sets these days? Looking outside, I don't think we've seen the sun today, so it's probably not going to set, but usually around the springtime, as the summer approaches, the sun stays longer in the sky and the sunset gets later each day. Now, normally, even after the sun goes down, the city lights make it hard to truly experience a dark night sky. But tonight we'll have a special chance to look up and see the stars if the clouds disappear here in Busan. I'm not too hopeful, but I'm crossing my fingers still. If it does go away, if the clouds do go away, then there should be a dark sky for about 10 minutes, because today is Earth Day. Now, in celebration of Earth Day, the city of Busan will turn off its lights in 광안대교 and Busan Tower at Yongdusan Park for 10 minutes, starting at 8 p.m. tonight. Now, this Lights Out event is part of a campaign to promote carbon neutrality and raise awareness about protecting the environment, commemorating the 55th anniversary of Earth Day. Major landmarks across Busan, including Busan Port Bridge, Busan Cinema Center, Durimaru APEC House, and Busan International Finance Center, will participate by turning off their lights, sending a strong message about the climate crisis across the city. But you might wonder, can 10 minutes really make a difference? Well, the answer is yes. According to the Ministry of the Environment, Earth Day light-off event in 2020 reduced greenhouse emissions by 53 tons. Now, this is the equivalent of the amount of carbon absorbed by 3,000 pine trees over a year. So turning off the lights gives the Earth a moment to breathe and reminds us to build habits that protect our planet every day. So, will you turn off your lights tonight? Maybe it'd be a good idea, as long as you're not in the middle of doing something very important, of course. But I'd love to hear your thoughts about this topic, Earth Day, where we should love the world. Now, you might see here I have a plastic bottle of water, which might seem quite hypocritical, but I'll let you know. I've been using this plastic bottle for about 3 weeks, so it's probably quite gross now, but I'm recycling myself, so I think that counts. Anyway, we've got lots of people coming in talking about Earth Day, which is great, on YouTube Live and on Kakao Talk. We've got Benny Nim, first of all, coming in saying Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday, Benny Nim. I hope the weather is better where you are. Right now in Busan, it is chucking it down. It is raining hard. Can't see the sky, really. So much fog. But you know what? Days like today, I guess the farmers are happy because their crops get to be watered and fed. So, look on the bright side of things. Jin Lee Nim, welcome to the show, saying happy and beautiful rainy Tuesday. That's the spirit. See it as beautiful. Rain is also beautiful. Without it, we'd be pretty stuck, right? Juliet Nim, always with the compliments, which I'm very grateful for. I'll just read the first part, saying, always handsome, Ning Nim. Is it possible? I don't know, Julia Nim. Hopefully it's possible, but only in your eyes, I think. Welcome to the show, and saying, beautiful rainy day and Earth Day. Yeah, we have Im Sung-hwan Nim as well. Welcome to the show, saying, 현재 하교길 버스. Oh, you're on the bus. Be careful, because I'm sure the bus is very slippery right now with lots of people getting on and off. It's really easy to slip over on a bus, especially if it accelerates super quickly. So hold on tight, my friend, and I hope you get home safely. We have Sang-min Park Nim, welcome to the show. Actually mentioning I'm sure many of you have read the passing of Pope Francis. I was quite shocked. He served for quite a while. So yeah, my heart goes out to all the Catholic people of the world. I know he was a very prominent figure. I'm quite curious. Every time they choose a new pope, it's always a really interesting ceremony how they do it with the chimneys and the smokes. So I think I'll be watching that too. But condolences, of course. We have also Sang-in Nim, I believe, messaging in, talking about Earth Day. I think I just lost his message. Nonetheless, welcome to the show. Chae Sung Nim saying good afternoon as well. Good afternoon, my friend. And one and all, if you want to send a message, feel free. If you want to send a message, but you're not quite sure what to say, you can answer today's text topic. 네, 오늘의 텍스트 토픽 문제가 있습니다. 나는 재활용 전문가가 잠깐만요. 나는 재활용 전문가 수준이다. 아니면 나는 재활용이 여전히 어렵다. What are you, everybody? Are you experts at recycling? Or do you still find it a little bit difficult? Do you find it difficult? Or are you really good at it? I'm sure most people who live in Korea are pretty good at it because you have to, do the 분리수거 and everything like that. Otherwise, you get told off by the 관리 아저씨. So, yeah, I've been told, 경비 아저씨, sorry. I've been told off a lot of times because I did it incorrectly. Not on purpose, it's because I didn't know. But now I do know. It's been 12 years, so I think I'm somewhat of an expert now. It's not easy, but I think I do it correctly now. So, how do you recycle properly? To recycle properly, ensure that items are clean, empty, and dry before placing them in your recycling bin. Rinse and dry food containers, flatten cardboard boxes. Many items have recycling symbols, which can help you identify if they're recyclable and what type of recycling is needed. For the next 2 hours, please send your diverse opinions on the topic, and you can send your answers to pound 9050, sharp 9050, which will cost you 101, a Kakao Talk message, or a YouTube Live comment. I think that's the best way, because if you go onto BFM's YouTube channel, click on For Your Busan, you can see me here in the studio, and talk with all of our wonderful friends and family on the YouTube Live chatting system. Okay, I'm going to let you know what's coming up in today's show. We've got in the first half Busan Times, where Claire comes in and we catch up on today's top stories in Busan. She is our resident 4 p.m. and 6 p.m. news anchor, so stay tuned for that. After that, we'll have Nick's deep dive. Time to share my thoughts about everything in the world. And then Busan, this or that, 취향존중, where I believe it's Yurian comes in and we debate diverse tastes of Busan locals. Then we're going to have in the second half On the Mic, where we have stories of Busan locals encountered on the streets of Busan. Get Active Busan will be our final segment of the day. I'm not going to tell you who's the guest for that, but I'm sure you'll be pleasantly surprised. And then, of course, as we do every day, we have Busan Quizmaster, a daily interactive quiz show with fun prizes for our listeners, a chance for you to just have a bit of fun, send a message or two, and hopefully win a little prize. So, yeah, you can be the prize winner. Get sending stuff to us. Remember, today's text topic is I am an expert at recycling versus I'm a bit of a novice. I'm not very good at it. I'll read one message before we move on. We have Juliet Nim just saying, not me. My husband is an extraordinary expert. He's great at recycling. He removes all stickers off packages and bottles and so on. Wow, 더 많지만 생략할게요. 경비 아저씨들도 칭찬해 주시는 실력자. That's amazing that your husband, at least one of the family, is good at it. I know that I have to take the stuff off all the time. Sometimes it's difficult, especially when it's stuck on there super tight and you can't get it off. So thumbs up to your husband, Juliet Nim. Everyone else, let us know. Are you an expert or are you a bit of a novice? Okay. Don't go anywhere because Busan Times is coming up next.
Stay connected to Busan's rhythm with For Your Busan, airing daily from 4:05 to 6 p.m. Blending your friends' voices with the latest information and news from our vibrant city.
Welcome back, everybody, to For Your Busan. It is now 4:19 in the afternoon, and joining me on this rainy Tuesday for Busan Times is Claire.
Hi everybody.
How you doing?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing all right. Now,
All right.
You lived in Australia for the longest time, right?
Yes.
I know Britain and Australia share a lot of common traits, like
Correct.
some slang.
Yeah.
But the one thing we don't share is the weather. Right. England, this
Quite
is
the opposite. Quite the
exactly.
opposite.
This is like daily weather in England.
Oh,
but
no.
in Australia, it's always
Sunny,
hot.
blue skies,
Yeah.
cool breeze.
You have to wear sun cream every day.
Yes,
in,
that's
in
right,
Australia. So, yeah, you're not a fan of this weather, I take it.
Not a fan of this weather.
Me neither. I don't like it either. My trousers are soaked. Now, before we move on to the news, I want to ask you today's text topic, which is about recycling. Are you a good recycler? Are you a 전문가 or a bit of a 초보자?
I have to say I'm getting there now. As you know, I didn't really do it in Australia.
Is it not a thing?
It's not a thing at
Okay.
all. Recycle or general. So now there's no such thing as I can 병. All this vinyl and all these things.
Yeah,
Every time I
페트병.
I searched, okay, the chicken bones.
Oh, chicken bones 따로?
일반 쓰레기.
일반 쓰레기. Oh, bones are
Yeah,
일반
bones are
쓰레기,
일반
yeah.
쓰레기 and all those.
So you're quite new back to Korea there.
Pretty.
혼난 적이 있어요?
Not yet.
Not yet?
Not yet.
Okay.
Luckily.
All right, just wait. You'll get there one day. That's good to know, though. I think we all go on a learning curve.
Yeah.
Here, getting better at, taking out the...
Very thorough.
Exactly.
learning.
So you're here to bring us the news, right? Okay, and what are we doing today? Where are we going?
So today's story have a bit of a theme.
Okay.
We're heading to the sea.
Yay! Get my life jacket ready. Maybe?
No, not quite that, but
Okay.
maybe some comfy shoes and good hat and dry jeans, I guess. Today we're talking about Busan's growing role in medical tourism, a historic replica ship that's about to set sail for Japan, and a yacht race celebrating a big anniversary.
Wow, lead the way, Captain Claire.
Let's sail with something soothing first, healing Busan
okay.
style.
Okay.
So let's start with something a little unexpected. When you think of Busan, you probably picture beaches, seafoods, cafes, and maybe some shoppings, right?
Yeah, right. And you think of like Boogie's friends, right, who just hang around the beaches, stealing
a bit
food.
loud. Yeah,
Yeah.
classic. But here's a twist. Busan is now promoting itself as a medical and wellness tourism hub. From April 17th to 18th, the city teamed up with the Korea Tourism Organization to host a special tour for representatives from Indonesian travel agencies and media. It's what they call a FAM tour, short for familiarization tour. Basically, a VIP preview of what Busan has to offer international visitors.
Okay, so it's like here's what your clients could experience if they come to Busan.
Exactly.
Okay.
And they really rolled out the red carpet. The guests visited leading medical institutions to learn about Busan's advanced healthcare services. But it wasn't just hospital visits. There was a heavy focus on wellness too.
Okay, now I always hear the term wellness, and I'm like, does that just
It's
mean
in now,
아프지
yeah.
않은 것? Is it just like not being sick?
It's more like living well, I guess.
Like
living
honestly, like 정직하게?
like a healthily, calmly, in this stressful world.
Just meditating. Things like that.
Yeah.
Wellness. Okay, so what is
Like
this
think
wellness?
spa therapy, like health
Ooh.
checkups and recovery-focused programs. They toured facilities that offer everything from modern diagnostics to relaxing treatments, all packaged with a sea view and some sunshine.
This sounds more luxury. This sounds amazing.
VIP.
Right, so, you come in stressed and you leave refreshed.
Totally. And it wasn't all clinics and charts. Busan made sure to showcase the city's culture and charm as well. The group rode the Songdo Marine Cable Car, heavy road,
I have.
strolled
Yeah.
through Hinyo Culture Village, took the capsule train at Haeundae Blue Line Park, and even stopped by the local theme park.
Oh, okay. It sounds like a really nice itinerary. Beach views, therapy, fun.
Right?
Yeah.
And on the business side, Busan also introduced resources that support medical tourism, like interpretation services, one-day guided tours, and a dedicated support center for international patients and agencies.
Okay, so Busan is really just saying that you can come and visit us, but we also want to help you feel better and help you
Exactly.
recover. And
It's all about combining care with comfort and showing that recovery can happen in a place that's not only safe and advanced, but beautiful too.
ooh, that sounds divine. That sounds really good. And speaking of that, we've got some messages coming in. We have Gosunim and Julietnim saying welcome. Gosunim saying 어서 오세요, Claire-nim. Also, Julietnim saying Claire-nim 화사하세요. Good afternoon.
It's Earth Day, so I'm a greened up.
Yeah, I'm more of the natural earth, kind of dumbed down.
It is like a earth
beigey.
and green. That's the
I like that.
matchy.
Today they're doing the lights out.
Yes,
Right.
10 minutes.
I wonder if we'll get to feel that. I'm hoping that the clouds, subside by then.
I want to see the contrast, right? Yeah.
For sure,
Yeah.
for sure. A bit of less of light pollution would be nice. So, from cutting-edge clinics to cable cars, Busan seems to be really leaning into the whole heal and explore concept, which is great. So, what's next? And I hear there's a pretty epic voyage setting sail soon.
Yes, this next one is a history buff stream. On April 28th, a replica of a historic Joseon Dynasty ship, Joseon 통신사, will depart Busan, retracing a diplomatic sea route to Osaka, Japan, 261 years after it was last completed.
Wow, that sounds crazy. So it's not just symbolic, they're actually sailing the whole route.
They really are.
Wow.
This isn't just for show. The ship is a full-scale replica of what was once called the 정사기선, the flagship used during Korea's official mission to Japan. It was constructed over 4 years using 900 pine trees that were between 80 and 150 years old.
Wow, that's so much detail. Lots of craftsmanship in there. Like, no engines?
No,
Just like rowing?
no shogun. I'm pretty sure they have engines, no
Okay.
people under the boat
Okay.
rowing.
That would be insane if they were rowing all the way to Osaka. Okay, that sounds great though.
Before departure, there was even a traditional sea blasting ritual in Mokpo. The director of the National Research Institute of Maritime Heritage read a formal prayer to the heavens and the sea gods, offering liquor and dried fish for safe passage.
You got to respect that kind of dedication to tradition. There.
For sure, for
Yeah.
sure. And this isn't the ship's first outing. Smaller test voyages happened in 2023 and 2024 to places like Tsushima and Shimonoseki. But this year's route is the full journey, about 2,000 kilometers, with stops in Tsushima, Iki, Shimonoseki, and finally Osaka on May 11th.
That is a serious trip. That's going to take a long time. I drove 2,500 kilometers once, and it took about 8 days with a few stops
In the road, okay.
on the roads.
On the road,
and that's with
wow.
a car. So with a oh, they're not
Boat.
rowing. But still, with a
And not
boat, that's
rowing.
got to take a long time.
It's no coincidence.
Yeah.
The timing is no coincidence. It lined up with the 2025 Osaka Kansai Expo. And when the ship arrives, there will be a full-on 통신사 parade in Osaka.
Nice.
We're talking traditional hanbok, music, and a big welcome ceremony at the port.
That's amazing. So it's more than just nostalgia. It's living, breathing diplomacy where two cultures are kind of integrating after historic tensions. They're
over
kind of
200.
coming together a bit today.
Exactly. The
That's-
organizers say it's about reviving the old spirit of 성신교린, which means sincere and trustworthy neighborly relations. It's a message of peace and partnership delivered by sea.
Wow, that's amazing. I would love to like ride this ship.
Yes,
I get
yeah.
a free trip to
a
Osaka as well.
captain.
As the Captain Claire. Yeah.
And there's a welcome ceremony
I
for you.
know, that would be amazing. So a handcrafted wooden ship, this centuries-old route, and this modern-day mission, it's really bringing history back to life. So what's next on deck? I hear there's some serious sailing action coming to Busan.
Yes, we're staying nautical for this last one. From April 24th to 27th, Busan is hosting the 2025 Super Cup International Yacht Race at Suyeong Bay Yacht Stadium, and this year marks the race's 20th anniversary.
2 decades of sailing, that's a lot of staying power.
It really is. It's the longest running large-scale yacht competition in Korea. And this year, it's bringing in 34 teams from 10 different countries with over 280 athletes taking part.
Wow, so it's more than just a race. It's like a mini Olympics on the sea.
Pretty much for them. And to celebrate the big 2-0, there will be a special maritime parade on April 25th and 11th. At 11:30 a.m. with all teams sailing in formation, plus spectator boats will be available so locals can cheer them on from the water.
That sounds like a perfect afternoon. You got the wind in your hair, the sun in your face, the sea everywhere, and all of these beautiful modern yachts just flying by. It's giving this nautical main character energy.
Exactly.
Sounds great.
And the event's not just about racing, it's a whole festival. They'll have a t-shirt making station, and if you bring your own reusable cup, you can get a free drink. A fun, eco-friendly bonus.
That's nice. That's good. And that's kind of like what Earth Day is about as well, right? Just recycle a little bit more. So you've got hydration, sustainability, taking selfies on yachts, living your best life, I guess. What more could you want?
Yeah, and if anyone wants to join in, they can apply through the race's official Instagram.
Okay.
Which is at Busan Super Cup.
Okay. Have you ever ridden a yacht?
Yes, I did.
You did?
In Australia, yes.
Oh,
yes.
역시. Of course you
Of
did in
course, of
Australia.
course.
You probably live on yachts over there, don't you?
Yeah, I wish, but
Yeah,
yes.
That's awesome. I've only ridden on one. You know, you can go to the harbour and you can rent one.
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
I
yeah.
did those experiences, but I've never taken one out myself. I've never flown a mast or whatever they call it.
Well, I've never done that, but yes.
Just enjoyed selfies. Sounds great. So we've covered a lot today. The healing centres, historical voyages and high-speed yacht races. That's pretty good for a Tuesday.
Busan's coastal game is strong right now.
For sure. So thank you so much, Claire, for joining us today and bringing us this great news. Same time tomorrow.
Wouldn't miss it.
Of course, of course. All right, see you later. Have a good one and stay dry as well.
Thank you. Bye.
All right, everybody. The time is now 4:31 in the afternoon. Don't go anywhere. We're going to be back after a song break. This is Miracle by Super Junior.
지금까지 없던 시간은 어둠이었죠. 너를 만난 후 나의 생활이 꿈만 같아요. 너를 처음 본 순간 Oh miracle 난 느껴져 기적은 바로 너란 걸 I couldn't get better 난 널 품에 안고 날아 푸른 달 향해 날아 잡는 너의 입 맞출 거야 I couldn't get better 너의 맘의 문을 열어줘 그대 내 손을 잡아요 I couldn't get better 매일매일 평범했던 날들이 이젠 달라졌어요 세상 모든 사람들이 행복해 보여요 너를 처음 본 순간 A miracle 난 느꼈죠 기적은 바로 너란 걸 I couldn't get better 난 널 품에 안고 날아 푸른 달을 향해 날아 잠든 너의 입 맞출 거야 I couldn't get better 너의 맘의 문을 열어줘 그대 내 손을 잡아요 I couldn't get better 너를 처음 본 순간 Oh miracle I love you baby and I'm never gonna stop I couldn't get better 난 널 품에 안고 날아 푸른 달을 향해 날아 잠든 너의 입 맞출 거야 I couldn't get better 너의 맘의 문을 열어줘 그대 내 손을 잡아요 I couldn't get better 난 널 품에 안고 날아 푸른 달을 향해 날아 잠든 너의 입 맞출 거야 I couldn't get better 너의 맘의 문을 열어줘 그대 내 손을 잡아요 I couldn't get better
네게 탐구생활. Have you ever imagined something falling from the sky? Oh, in an animated movie once, food came raining down from the sky. Wouldn't it be wonderful if delicious food poured down like rain? One of the nicest things that can fall from the sky is a shooting star. Shooting stars are actually what astronomers call meteors. Most meteors burn up in the atmosphere before reaching the ground. There's even a saying that if you make a wish when you see one, it'll come true. But did you know that there are things that should not fall from the sky? One of them is space debris. At the end of last year, a large metal object about 2.5 meters in diameter and weighing around 500 kilograms, believed to be debris from a rocket, fell from the sky into a village southeast of Nairobi in Kenya. It was a separated ring from a rocket launched into space, and if it had landed on a house or a farm, it could have caused a disaster. Debris from completed missions or defunct satellites is called space junk. Pieces created from satellite collisions are also part of it. You might wonder, just how much human-made junk is floating around in space? Space debris is the byproduct of over 70 years of humanity's exploration of space. According to the European Space Agency's recent Space Environment Report, as of March 2025, there are about 40,000 pieces of space junk larger than 10 centimeters orbiting Earth. Isn't that shocking? This debris won't just disappear, and it will either remain in space or eventually fall to Earth. What once began as exploration for the benefit of humanity is now becoming a potential threat to it. Now, environmental concerns and sustainability aren't issues for just the Earth anymore. It's time to think seriously about them in space too. Today is Earth Day. It's the perfect time to think about what we can do, not just for the Earth, but for the universe as well. We're going to take a song break. This is Have a Nice Day by Stereophonics.
San Francisco Bay, House B39, early PM, can't remember what time. Got the waiting cab, stopped at the red light. Address I'm sure of, but it turned out just right. It started straight off, coming here as hell. That's his first words, we asked what he meant. He said, where you from? We told him our lot. We take a holiday, is this what you want? So have a nice day. Have a nice day. Have a nice day. Have a nice day. Lie around all day, have a drink or chase yourself from tourists, yeah, that's what I hate. He said we're going wrong, we've all become the same. We dress the same ways, only our accents change. So have a nice day. Have a nice day. Have a nice day. Have a nice day. Swim in the ocean, that be my dish. I'll drive around all day and kill processed fish. It's all money gum, no artists anymore. You're only in it now to make more, more, more. So have a nice day. 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 Have a nice day.
back, everybody, to For Your Busan. It is 4:40 in the afternoon. And to this new funky beat, fresh for the new season. Who can it be? It can only be Yurian.
I love you for introducing me so jolly.
We're not doing relationship matters anymore, Yurian.
You're like jolly, like just like the music.
Hey, I like it. It's quite funky. I never use the word funky because that's the word my parents use. And I feel really old. But it is
Yes,
funky.
it was very funkalicious.
나이 들었어요, 이제.
Funkalicious도 진짜 우리 라떼는
Funkalicious? Funkalicious?
단어잖아요.
Who says funkalicious? That's really
I stoop
old.
lower than you,
That's
Nick.
super old.
I know, it is old.
How are you doing?
I'm doing good. I mean,
Yeah.
it's pouring, so I left early today because I was afraid of the traffic, but
Yes.
not much traffic, but it is pouring.
It's horrible.
Even with the wipers, I couldn't
Oh,
really
really?
see. Yes, it's that much.
Whether you're driving or you're walking, you've got to be careful because, visibility is down. It can be quite dangerous.
Yes.
So you
It is
did
dangerous.
survive the Gyeongsang reckoning, and you are here for this season.
for another season. Yoo-hoo!
I know people are very happy to have you here. People are saying, 고수님 saying, 유리안, 뷰리안, 어서 오세요.
네,
고수님 says that.
감사합니다.
Sangmin Park님, Juliet님 welcoming you. Of course, Benny님 is welcoming
Yay,
you.
Benny.
He says, since Yurian will be here, today is my favorite day, Tuesday. He's happy.
Always, thanks to our
There you
Benny.
go. So much support and love then, which is great.
Yes.
So you're not doing relationship matters anymore.
I
are you?
am not. I am not talking about the serious matters of relationships anymore, but on a much more lighter note, this new corner is called This or That. It's pretty self-explanatory.
This or
that.
Now the Korean title is 취향존중.
Yes, 취향존중.
It's more respectful in Korean.
Yes, 취향존중. Or this or that.
I respect
It's like
your
a game
opinion.
show title almost, this or that.
I do like that.
Yes. So it's very simple. We're going to talk about two things side by side and just kind of have a casual conversation about, what we prefer, what we like, and so on. So it's like, do you like this more or that? But the way we choose actually says a lot about us, right? And for example, where we grew up, what we're used to, what we reach for when we need something familiar. So it seems very simple in the surface, but it can get deep when
sure.
we talk about it.
No, this segment, I don't think it's meant to be like 이게 맞다, 이게 틀렸다, 뭐 그런 건 아니죠.
네, 완전
It's
개인
just
취향. 당신도 맞고요,
catchy.
저도 맞고요, 모두가 맞고요. 약간 이런
Yeah.
느낌이죠.
A loving and respectful world.
Yes.
It's always more fun when there's a little bit of juice in there, though.
Yes, some controversy.
But
I
maybe
can
that's
be
the-
argumentative.
Oh, you can?
I could be.
Let's do this.
Yes. So a lot of this, while we're going to be doing this or that, it's kind of be focusing on something that's from Busan
Okay.
versus not Busan.
Okay.
So what's common here but not elsewhere. So for example, what people in Seoul might find strange, but Busan people might find very common and vice versa.
There are, I guess, macro cultural differences then within the country.
Right, there are. So we're going to be talking about the food, habits, language, so on. And for the first one, I brought the topic of 국밥. Are you a fan of 국밥?
Some. I like some 국밥s. I'm not a fan of all of them, but
So you've been in Busan for 10
10 plus.
10 plus years.
Yeah.
So when you think of 국밥, do you think of pig or cow?
I think of-
돼지국밥 or 소고기국밥?
When you say pig, I just think of a cute pig on a farm. I think of pork.
pork,
Because
right?
that's the 대표 음식이죠. It's
맞았습니다.
Busan's 대표 음식. So
네.
I don't eat that one much myself, if
Oh,
at
you
all.
don't?
But everyone loves it here, and people come from all over the country
Yes.
to have that particular
Right, that is what Busan is famous for. So we're going to be talking about this, 돼지국밥 versus 소고기국밥. And, our listeners out there, you can just chime in and, comment freely on whatever your preference is and
Yeah.
why, because this is a very casual conversation.
For sure.
Any preference?
Well, so the two you gave us with 돼지국밥,
돼지국밥 or 소고기국밥?
소고기, 저는 소고기요.
국밥은 소고기인가요?
It's kind of unfair because I'm going to be one-sided in this because ever since I was young, I've never been the biggest pork eater.
Oh, even like the grilled pork.
Yeah, no, I'm not. I don't
Or
really
like
go.
sausages,
Yeah,
네.
never. I will if somebody gives it to me and I feel like it's rude, but I don't usually choose it. And
I see. So you're always a beef over pork anyways.
Yeah.
Doesn't have to do with the soup or not.
It's just my personal 개인의 취향, but
네.
I'm not a big fan of the smell of
of
cooking
pork.
Yeah, it's
yes.
not my taste. But I don't want to yuck anyone's yum. If you like it,
Yes.
go for it.
Right.
What do you like then?
I used to be a super big fan of 소고기국밥 for the longest time. Only because 소고기국밥 is red broth, right? It's like 얼큰한 거잖아요. 콩나물이랑 with the bean sprouts. And I love everything. I require my soups to be red and spicy. Whether it's 매운탕 or 김치찌개 or 육개장 or so on.
Yeah.
So of course the 국밥 area has to be red too, which is why that's the 소고기국밥. But in recent years, there was a show on one of the OTT services that I watch, and there was like these celebrities going around all of Korea tasting, the local favorite dish.
Okay.
And they had went to one restaurant, of course, in Busan, which was a 돼지국밥집.
Okay.
And they were eating it so yummy.
Oh, you're such a Korean at heart. 너 맛있게 먹고 있었어.
너무 맛있게 먹고 있어서. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna go there tomorrow.
Yeah.
그러니까 저분들까지 서울에서 오는 사람들까지 저렇게 맛있다면은 먹어봐야겠다.
Yeah.
And I went, I just
And it was
fainted.
good? Really?
It was so good.
But was it that specific place that was good? Or
And now I'm like 도장 깨기 뭔지 알아요? I'm trying out all these new different places
Okay.
to test it out because now I think I have a heart for 돼지국밥 in me. So I have like a 조금 기준이 높아져가지고
Okay.
여기는 조금 너무 milky하거나 or 여기는
Wow,
다대기가
a
조금 너무
connoisseur.
부족.
Sommelier.
Yes. Yeah. So
Wow.
I had recently friends come to Busan from Seoul, and I took them to the first place was 돼지국밥집, and they enjoyed it very much.
Yeah, and there's so many that you can get. It's interesting whenever I go to vacation places outside of Busan, they don't really have 국밥, but if they do, it will usually say Busan 돼지국밥. Like it's
Yes, or
kind
a
of
specific
like-
area that like the Yangsan. That
Yeah.
area is also
Yeah.
they have like a big chain as well.
Oh, we have some messages. We have Sungun Line, and welcome to the show, saying for me, 국밥 is pork, is 국물이라고 했어요. So you need to have it as pork with
Yes,
국밥.
yes.
But for the vegetarians, there's 콩나물 국밥 as well.
콩나물 국밥.
That's apart from the
Is it
새우젓.
vegetarian? I've never thought
Apart from 새우젓,
새우젓.
that's the only thing. 새우젓 just makes it
Oh,
saltier.
it's like a 멸치 육수 base, is it?
I thought it was
anchovy.
콩나물 based. Oh, I didn't think so.
They can't just come up with soup based on vegetables. I feel like
maybe then.
멸치 육수에
It probably has a bit of 멸치 in there
Yes.
to make the broth. We had
Yes.
Jin Lim saying 부산 국밥은 돼지 국밥이지만
네.
겨울에 한두 번 먹어요. 소고기 국밥은 여름 제외 부담 없이 가끔 즐길 수 있어요라고 하셨어요. Okay.
그러면 둘 다 좋아하시는
Yeah,
거죠?
different seasons.
Different seasons. So he's saying the 돼지국밥 is more for the winter times.
Yeah, and beef is more for the summer. Interesting. I wonder
interesting.
I wonder if there's a science to that, kind of like with 삼계탕.
Yes.
이열치열.
Right.
Okay.
But
Interesting.
The milky soup does remind. We crave that more in the winter time. I feel like when it's cold.
There are times where I crave like milky soup, but you know what I eat then?
What do you eat?
곰탕. Or
곰탕. Yes.
Those are like milky soups, but it's really good.
곰탕 썰렁탕 is really good.
Yeah.
Did you know the difference between 곰탕 and 소고기국밥? Like there's one big difference.
Or the color.
Obvious. With putting aside the obvious.
So isn't 곰탕은 소고기 머리인가요? 소머리. It always says like 소머리 곰탕.
그런가요?
Usually I say 소머리.
그거는 잘 모르겠는데
Okay.
제가 리서치를 했지만 그건 잘 모르겠는데요.
Alright.
일단 the biggest difference is 곰탕 has to do with the boiling of the beef bones.
Oh.
So, which is thus it creates the milkiness,
Okay.
the opaque color of the soup, and it ends with a 탕. It's not 국밥, right?
Yeah.
곰탕. So it means the rice is served on the side. It doesn't go into the 국. 소고기국밥 is like the 밥 is in the 국.
You don't choose the 말아먹어? It's already in there?
You can choose.
Okay.
Some restaurants ask, but usually 소고기국밥 is 밥이 조금 들어가서 그렇게 먹는 게 조금 더 정석. So beef 국밥, 소고기국밥 on the other hand is the clearer broth, and they don't
use a lot of the bones to create the broth.
Okay, more meaty.
It's more about the brisket, and there's the rice added in. So that's kind of like the biggest difference.
Okay, so where does each one originate from? Like, which ones came first?
Right. Okay. So most people think, 돼지국밥 in Busan came first, especially because, how big it is here in Busan. But actually, historically, 소고기국밥 came first, and not just as 국밥, but as a beef soup tradition that goes way back. So even going further back, we can argue 소고기국밥이 먼저 왔는지 아니면 설렁탕 곰탕 먼저 왔는지 is actually 설렁탕 곰탕 is the oldest
Really?
type of soup that's based on a type of a meat.
Okay.
And it was made during the Joseon dynasty and mostly in the central and northern parts of Korea like Seoul and Gyeonggi where cattle were very much accessible. And originally the rice came on the side and then you were supposed to season the broth yourself,
Okay.
with the green onions and maybe a little salt. But over time, especially in everyday meals, people just started putting the rice directly into the bowl. And that is what we know now as 국밥.
Okay.
So 소고기국밥 is kind of like the evolution of 설렁탕.
I wouldn't call it an evolution. because
Evolution. Is it like a side branch
It's a side.
almost?
Honestly, I prefer 곰탕 and 설렁탕. For me, there are times when I really like 곰탕 좀 땡겨.
Oh,
There are
yes.
times, but I never crave 국밥, but I crave 설렁탕.
Okay.
Maybe it's the saltiness, it's the milky bone broth.
I think you like the hearty feeling of the.
When you're sick or it's cold.
Yes. It
땡겨.
definitely feels more nutritious. Personally, I don't know if that's why you like it.
Maybe.
And for the 국밥, I eat it because it's 얼큰해.
a bit spicy,
And after you
red.
have like a hangover or something.
Yeah,
you
how
wanna-
often's that?
Not too often, but
once
once in a
a
blue
week.
moon.
Once a week. We have 만학도 형은 messaging in. Welcome to the show. saying 안녕하세요. 저는 소고기 국밥파예요. 장터 소고기 국밥이 얼마나 얼큰하니 맛있게요. 돼지
맛있어.
국밥도 먹긴 하는데 그리 즐기지 않아요. 고수님 옷에 저는 둘 중 하나를 선택하라고 하면 소고기 국밥 하겠습니다. There you go. There, so people here, at least a couple of them, seem to be more on the beef side.
Yes.
Which is my side.
Interesting.
And like you said, there's no
Yes,
there's
which
no
is on
right
your
or wrong.
side.
There's no because there's a market for everyone.
Yes, you're the winner.
Exactly. Yeah, as long as it's delicious, you're always the winner.
So we talked about the beef 국밥, right? We
Yes.
didn't get to how the 돼지국밥 appeared
All right,
here.
summarize it for us.
Just shortly. So after the Korean War, everything kind of shifted. Before then, it was all about the 소고기국밥. But Busan was packed with refugees from the war. Food was scarce. Beef was simply too expensive.
Yes.
But on the other hand, pork was a affordable choice. So
For sure.
everyone started putting all the pork in the soup, and then
So,
thus far the 돼지국밥.
who's the winner?
Well, our listeners say you, Nick, but I'm sure all of the
yeah.
shy listeners out there are nodding their heads when they talk
Yeah.
about,
Let us
돼지국밥이
know.
더 맛있지.
Which one do you prefer? Do you prefer the beef or the pork? It's personal preference. But
Yes.
while the weather is a little bit chilly right now, I could enjoy it, I think.
I couldn't just 소고기국밥 for now
Yeah.
if it's raining. I don't know why.
Oh, really?
Yeah, right now it's 소고기국밥.
Wow. That's
비 오는 날은 소고기국밥.
interesting. I thought it was 파전 and 막걸리, but there you go. Yulian, thank you for bringing us this new fresh segment, and I look forward to next week's debate.
Okay,
All right, take care.
see you next week.
All right, everyone, we're going to take a quick song break, and in the first half, don't go anywhere.
It hits me like an earthquake.
We're going to listen to Earthquake by Jisoo.
Heart race. 온몸이 떨려 can't stand. 널 부정할 수 없게. I think I'm gonna 심장 of the chart 마치 race car. 시간조차 fast 숨이 멎게. 벗어나려 할수록 너는 짙어져 알면서 깨어날 수 없는 꿈처럼 그래서 시작하면 after 지금 about to blow about to blow about to blow about to blow It hits me like an earthquake 더 빠르게 my heart race 온몸이 떨려 can't stand 널 부정할 수 없게 I think I'm gonna to hit it like an earthquake. 더 빠르게 my heart race. 온몸이 떨려 can't stand. 널 부정할 수 없대. I think I'm
Your Bridge to the World. BEFM 부산 영어방송.
현대해상 모델 이정재입니다. 인생은 계속해서 모양을 바꾸죠. 혼자에서 가족으로 또 사회로 점점 커져가는 당신의 인생을 따라 당신의 어떤 인생도 감싸주는 마음 넓은 보험이 될 수 있도록 마음이 합니다. 현대해상.
부산의 축제 어디까지 즐겨보셨나요? 과거와 현재, 미래가 공존하는 항구도시 부산. 이곳 부산은 계절을 물들이는 다양한 축제로 늘 풍성합니다. 봄의 시작을 알리는 봄꽃 축제부터 부산의 여름을 만끽하는 바다축제, 전 세계 영화인들이 모이는 부산국제영화제와 새로운 시작의 해맞이 축제까지. 부산의 축제는 우리의 열정을 가득 담고 있습니다. 바쁜 일상은 잠시 뒤로하고 특별한 시간을 선물 받는 바로 이곳 부산에서 우리의 삶은 축제가 됩니다. 축제로 하나 되는 부산, 여러분은 어떤 축제를 기다리시나요? 이 캠페인은 대선공익재단과 BFM 부산영어방송이 함께합니다.
The weather is so nice today. I'm sure this won't be a big deal.
A 3-second long lapse in judgment can burn up an entire mountain, which will take 100 years to recover. We can protect these lush forests if you follow these guidelines. First, do not bring flammable materials to the mountains. Second, do not cook or camp in the mountains. Third, do not litter cigarette butts. Your small actions are the first step towards protecting the beautiful forest. This campaign is brought to you by BEFM 부산영어방송.
My school, my story. School reporters are bringing you the latest news from their campus. From April to December, the school reporters will cover all the exciting moments of school life, bringing you student voices, campus news, and special interviews. Catch the broadcast every Sunday from 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. Don't miss the chance to hear our student stories on the School Reporters broadcast.
지금 방송 광고라는 부메랑을 던져보세요. 소비자를 향해 정확히 날아가는 광고, 힘차게 돌아가는 경제. 부메랑처럼 다시 기업의 이익으로 되돌아오니까요. 방송 광고, 경제에 큰 힘이 됩니다. 부산 방송광고발전협의회.
The time is now 5 o'clock.
포열 부산?
포열 부산 아닙니까? 원래는 울산 사람이니까 포열 부산 내리죠 이렇게.
포열 부산.
포열 부산.
할까요? 포열 부산. 잠깐만요.
You're now listening to For Your Busan.
안녕하세요. 썸머입니다. 신은 모든 곳에 있을 수 없어 어머니라는 존재를 만들었다고 하죠. 오늘은 부산에서 육아를 하고 계신 어머님 한 분을 만나 뵙고 이야기 나눠보겠습니다. 인사 부탁드립니다.
네, 안녕하세요. 부산 남구에서 38개월 된 딸아이를 키우고 있는 나은이 엄마입니다.
아, 우리 딸 이름이 나은인가 봐요.
네.
우리 딸 나은이 자랑 좀 해주시겠어요?
나은이는 밝고 웃음이 많아서 주변 사람들을 행복하게 해주는 아이이고 개성이 굉장히 강한 아이입니다.
아, 네. 개성이 강하다라고 하니까 아주 밝기도 하면서 개구장이기도 하겠다라는 생각이 드는데요. 아이를 키우시는 이 과정들이 사실은 쉽지만은 않습니다. 그렇지만 그 와중에도 감동적인 순간들이 늘 있을 것 같아요.
이제 아이가 태어날 때도 있지만 요즘에는 제가 퇴근하고 가거나 뭐 힘든 일이 있어 보이거나 하면은 꼭 안아주거든요. 그때 너무너무 감동적이에요.
아, 꼭 안아주면서 엄마 이렇게 할 때 감동을 많이 받으신다는 얘기인 것 같습니다. 육아를 하면서 힘든 점도 있을 것 같아요.
육아는 매일매일이 힘들긴 한데 그 중에서도 이제 아이가 떼를 쓰거나 이제 요즘에 특히 미운 4살 시기라서 막 이 떼쟁이가 됐을 때 그때가 제일 힘들긴 해요.
네, 어떨 때 나은이가 떼를 가장 많이 쓰나요?
자기 마음대로 안 될 때?
네, 자기 마음대로 안 될 때 거의 늘 이겠네요. 4년을 키우셨기 때문에 육아 고수로서 우리 아이들 뗐을 때 좀 잘 달래주는 꿀팁이 있을까요?
조금 진정이 될 때까지 기다리는 편이긴 해요. 왜냐하면 너무 흥분했을 때는 아무 말도 들리지 않을 것 같아서 진정이 됐을 때 기다렸다가 이제 나은이와 같이 이야기를 나누고 이제 좀 어떨 땐 벌을 주기도 하고 그렇게 합니다.
저도 벌을 많이 받았던 기억이 나는데 어렸을 때 그야말로 인내를 하시는 거군요.
네.
온 마을이 아이 하나를 키운다라는 얘기도 있잖아요. 도움을 받았던 기억 있으세요?
가장 주변에서 가까운 주변에 도움을 많이 받는데 이제 저희 언니 아니면은 이제 할머니 할아버지가 제일 도움을 많이 받을 수밖에 없더라고요. 항상 고마워하고 있습니다.
가장 많이 도움을 주는 가족을 한 분을 딱 집어주신다면 어떤 분일까요?
아무래도 친정 엄마.
네, 우리 친정 어머니께서 정말 많이 도움을 주시나 봐요. 친정 어머니께 이 기회를 빌어서 한마디 해주시죠.
아이를 키우고 나서 이제 엄마를 이해하게 되고 엄마가 얼마나 대단한 존재였는지 아는 것 같아요. 그래서 엄마 항상 고맙고 또 감사하고 사랑합니다 라고 해주고 싶어요.
이 라디오를 듣고 계신다면 정말 좋아하실 것 같습니다. 우리 어머니께서. 가족분들 중에서 어머니께 도움을 많이 받으신다고 했는데 또 비슷하게 잘 이용하는 부산의 서비스나 복지 같은 것들도 있을까요?
부산에서 아이들이 노는 그런 센터가 되게 공짜로 즐겨주는 데 많이 생겨서 그런 데서 매일 주말마다 시간을 많이 보내요.
이제 후배라고 할 수 있겠죠. 이제 육아를 시작하시는 우리 어머님들께 이 서비스 참 좋습니다라고 육아 선배 맘으로서 한마디 해주신다면 어떤 서비스 추천하고 싶으세요?
이제 육아지원센터에 장난감 빌려주는 서비스가 있거든요.
네.
근데 장난감을 아이가 어떤 걸 좋아할지 모르니까 그거에 대해서 이제 써보면서 돌려가면서 그거에 맞춰서 사기도 해서 저는 그걸 적극 추천합니다.
우리 어머님들 참고하시길 바라겠습니다. 엄마가 된 후 달라진 점이 있다면 어떤 게 있을까요?
나의 시간이 없고 이제 아이 위주로 돌아가는 이런 삶을 살게 된 게 가장 큰 변화인 것 같아요.
네, 때로는 아쉬울 때도 있으실 것 같은데요. 나에게 만약에 자유시간이 하루 이틀 주어진다면 어떤 걸 제일 하고 싶으세요?
일단은 제가 걷는 거를 너무 좋아하는데 걷는 걸로 스트레스도 풀거든요. 그래서 하루 종일 하염없이 멍하니 걷고 싶고 그리고 푹 자고 싶은 네, 그렇게 휴가를 누리고 싶어요.
네, 화이팅이라는 말씀밖에 해드릴 수가 없을 것 같습니다. 우리 부산 영어방송을 청취하고 계신 모든 엄마, 아빠, 육아 동지들에게 한마디 해주신다면요?
저한테도 해주고 싶은 이야기이기도 한데 지금 다 잘하고 있으니 괜찮고 모두 이미 좋은 엄마, 아빠라고 얘기해주고 싶어요.
네, 마지막으로 우리 아이에게 선물해주고 싶은 영어 단어 하나 골라주실 수 있으세요?
저는 친절하고 배려 깊은 사람이 되었으면 좋겠거든요, 나은이가. 그래서 kind라는 거를 꼭 알려주고 싶고 그렇게 이제 살게 지도를 좀 해주고 싶어요.
항상 자신에게도 그리고 타인에게도 친절함으로 살아갈 수 있는 아이가 되면 저도 참 좋겠다는 생각이 듭니다. 오늘 좋은 말씀 감사합니다.
네, 감사합니다.
엄마 화이팅! 화이팅!
Thank you, Summer, for bringing us today's On the Mic. We had a very special one today with a mother who is raising her 38-month-old daughter in Namgu. She receives a lot of help from her own mother, and she recommends the local toy rental centre, as it's really useful. And if she had some free time, she says she would love to spend the whole day just walking. It seems like the nice, awesome life that one of the mothers in Busan have. I think that's some great advice. Toy rental centres. I can't tell you, when I was a kid, how gross my house was because all my toys were everywhere, all over the living room floor. But renting them is a great idea. I'm sure they clean them and sanitize them regularly, so it's a great way to free up some clutter and share the fun and toys. That was really inspirational to hear. Thank you once again to Summonim. And we have this segment every single day where we get to hear the voices of the wonderful people who make up this city. All right, the time is now 5:07 in the afternoon. Welcome back to the show, everybody. Hope you're doing good. Hope you're having a good day. Staying dry, if it's possible. I don't know, is it still raining? You pity, do you know, is it still raining? It looks like it's raining. So. Don't expect it to clear up today. I checked the weather forecast and tomorrow said it was going to be just cloudy. So I'm going to look forward to tomorrow. Let's have a look at some messages. We've got people coming in. Soinim, welcome to the show, saying, Nick, 비가 와서 그런가 감상에 젖게 되는 오후네요. 오늘도 만날 수 있어서 반가워요. Lovely to meet you. Is it raining in Seoul as well? Then it's a national thing. I guess something interesting with being a country where it's smaller in geography, a lot of the districts, a lot of the areas and counties experience similar weather to some degree. Also saying 오늘 닉 헤드폰 벗고 머리도 멋있게 했네요. 멋져요. 아이고 감사합니다. I've got these ones. They're brandless, by the way, so I'm not promoting any brand. But yeah, I can kind of be sly about listening to music and things. Feels cool. Feels like I'm doing a podcast in a way. We have 만학도 영어님 coming in, who is using the song break to say hello formally. That's very nice of you. Saying, 지금 유튜브 시청하고 계신 분들 모두 반가워요. 반가워요. It's a very formal greeting of you, 만학도 영어님. Very kind and polite of you too. And then when it comes to today's text topic, she said, 저는 재활용에 어느 정도 일가견이 있는 사람입니다. 왜냐하면 아파트에서 분여회 활동하면서 약 10년 정도 주민들의 재활용을 지도했었거든요. 그때는 분여회에서 재활용품 분리수거를 관리했었어요. That's incredible. You know, 만학도 영어님, the more I find out about you, the more it seems like you've done so much. This is a really big undertaking. So I guess you were the person who would tell people off. 혼내는 사람이었나 봐요. When people didn't take off the labels and stuff, you were the person to tell them, like 제대로 해라, That's awesome. We need people like that to make sure all of the 분리수거 and all of the recycling is done correctly. That's impressive, and I think that shows how much you cared about the environment and how your apartment complex did the right thing. Really cool stuff. That's really nice to hear. We also have Umpanim. Welcome to the show, saying 안녕하세요. Good to see you, Umpanim. Hope you're having a dry Tuesday today and staying out of the rain, or at least have a really, really wide umbrella. Jinlinim saying about the recycling, 재활용에 대한 마음은 진심이지만 완벽하게 100점은 아닌 것 같아요. Hey, I feel you. I totally feel you. I want to do my best, but sometimes it's confusing, or taking off every single label perfectly is super difficult. I try my best, but then there are those, the white bits that get stuck to it. I can't get that off, right? I don't know, unless I don't know, do you have to put it in like hot water or something? I'm not too sure. So I don't often go that far. If I need to go that far, someone please tell me that I'm doing badly. 소희님 saying, 저는 페트병 비닐까지 다 떼서 재활용해요. 저는 좀 잘하는 편인 것 같아요. It seems like you're pretty good at it as well. Good stuff. Be a role model. Take that label off the water bottles and the other bottles that you drink. We also have Jenny Nim coming into the show. Good to see you. How are you doing? Saying, hello 친구들, 네, 오늘도 감사히 듣고 있습니다. Fantastic to see you. And also saying, 한국 사람만큼 분리수거 잘하는 나라 없는 것 같아요. True. Even in the UK, we have separate bins, like a green bin for the recycling, a black bin for the 일반 쓰레기. But I feel like people don't really care too much. It's kind of a choice to do it or not. So Korea is really great with doing 분리수거. However, I feel like there's more plastic in Korea. Like when I buy something, it comes in 10 different plastic packages. So you have to make up for that by doing better 분리수거. But still, I think it's on the right tracks. Anyone else? Feel free to send me a message about today's text topic, which is I am a pro recycler versus I'm a bit of a novice. It's a bit difficult to recycle. 나는 재활용 전문가 수준이다. 아니면 나는 재활용이 여전히 어렵다. Which one are you? Let me know to pound 9050 샵 9010 to cost you 101. Kakao Talk message or a YouTube live message. Just go onto BFM's YouTube page. Click on For Your Busan, a nice lovely orange thumbnail now. You can see me in the studio, talk with all of our mates in the live chatting area. We also had Wan Jinine messaging in a little bit earlier with a video of them driving through. It actually looked quite romantic, but they were driving through lots of rain. It looks a bit like 달맞이 꽃길. Like when you drive up there and there's all of the archway trees. It looks beautiful, but very rainy and very dangerous. So I hope that you weren't recording with your phone illegally, my friend. Or you had someone in the passenger seat recording to you, saying, 안녕하세요, 방금 이 길 지나왔어요. Stay safe driving, 완진이님, my friend. I hope you get to your destination safely. All right. Jenny Nim saying, same here in New Zealand as the UK, only a green bin, a red bin for glass and food waste. Red bin? Oh, is red bin your 일반 쓰레기? Interesting. Pretty similar. Maybe the Commonwealth countries share a similar kind of system. Cool stuff. That's good to know. All right, everyone, send your messages in. Don't go anywhere because coming up next we have Quiz Master. Let's listen to a classic. This is Chelsea Dagger by the Fratellis.
You know me well. I've seen you and little Stephen and Joanna around the back of my hotel. Oh yeah. Someone said you was asking after me, but I know you best as a blagger. I said, tell me your name, is it sweet? She said, my boy is Dagger. Oh yeah. I was good, she was hot, stealing everything she got. I was bold, she was over the worst of it. Give me gear, thank you dear. Bring your sister over here. Let her dance with me just for the hell of it. Well, you must be a boy with bones like that. She said you got me wrong. I would've sold him to you if I could've just kept the last of my clothes on. Oh yeah. Call me up, take me down with you when you go. I could be your regular belle. I'd have to dance for little Stephen and Joanna around the back of my hotel. Oh yeah. I was good, she was hot, stealing everything she got. I was bold, she was over the worst of it. Give me gear, thank you dear. Bring your sister over here. Let her dance with me just for the hell of it.
welcome back one and all to For Your Busan. It is 5:17 in the afternoon on a rainy Tuesday. It may be raining outside, but it's sunny in our hearts, right? Yeah. Well, it's going to be now because it's time for Busan Quizmaster, where we'll brighten up your day, give you a chance to participate, and hopefully win a prize. This is where you get to send a message and answer a question that I give you. If you get it correct and you are the winner of the lottery, then you will win the prize. Today is Tuesday, so I think we're giving a coffee coupon away today as well. It's Earth Day today, so maybe take a tumbler if you win and get that coffee. And usually you get sometimes you get 100won discounts. Occasionally you do. Anyway, so what quiz are we having today? Today is Busan to the world. This is the geography quiz question. So there are 195 countries in the world, over 4 million unique cities and towns from every country in the world. Now today, we've brought a quiz about one city in this huge world. So you can listen to the hints and if you think you know, guess the name of this city. 네, 오늘은 이 넓은 세계에 있는 한 도시에 관한 문제입니다. 지금부터 들려드리는 힌트를 잘 듣고 그 이름을 맞춰주시면 됩니다. Okay, so it's a city. That makes it more difficult than a country because there are 4 million unique cities, so try your luck. But don't worry, I'm going to give you hints. We also have an audio hint soon. So, I don't think it'll be too difficult. So let's start off with hint number 1. The population of this city in 1960 was only 34,000. There you go. Anyone know the answer? 1960, that was how many years ago? 65 years ago. Wow, 65년 전에. It was 34,000 people. That's not that big. That's like a town, right? But now it's much, much bigger. Okay, that was hint number 1. Hint number 2. This is a city of superlatives. Holds numerous world records, including the largest flower garden and the deepest swimming pool. There you go. This sounds familiar. Number 3, hint number 3. I might butcher the pronunciation. Palm Jumeirah in this city is the world's largest man-made island. So it has a man-made island. I think Korea has made some man-made islands before, but this one apparently is the largest. And I think I've seen a picture. It looks very beautiful from bird's eye view. All right, we're going to listen to an audio clip of the language. Let's take a listen.
বাংলাদেশ 6 ঋতুর দেশ, যার ফলে প্রায় 2 মাস পরপরই অনুভব করা যায় ভিন্ন আবহাওয়া।
There you go. Did you get that? Is that all we have? It's very short, very short. If anyone knows this language, guess in #9050 샵 9050, which will cost you 101. Kakao Talk message or a YouTube live comment. Send your messages in for a chance to potentially win a prize. So just to recap quickly, the population of this city in 1960 was 34,000. It has many world records, including the largest flower garden and deepest swimming pool. Palm Jumeirah in this city is the largest man-made island, and we just listened to the language as well. We've got Benny Nim saying, from Netherlands. Okay, there's an answer right there. Keep sending your messages in and your answers. We're going to take a quick song break and we'll be back. All right, we're going to listen to Sticky by Kiss of Life.
Baby wanna go out, put a palm tree 우릴 부르잖아 Don't be picky, yeah 누가 이 town with her Feel like I'm hot stuff, you're a rock star Hear me now 나라면 쓰는 salty 맑은 리타이겠지 Here right now 네 얼음을 driving 완전 나쁘게나 How long before we fall in love 난 마주친 순간 fly high How long before we fall in love Let me hold you down 불만의 오션 만지면 이 느낌 녹아내려 Stick it, stick it, stick it, stick it Love got so poppin' flavor gelato melting here right now 심장이 남긴 darling want to never get me How long before we fall in love 날 마주친 순간 sky high How long before we fall in love Let me hold you there 나만의 ocean dive 왠지 묘한 이 느낌 녹아내려 stick it stick it stick it stick it 오늘 같은 날이 더 없대도 I wanna keep on staying No you make me fly away 오랜 집에 몰던 저 노래 inside Stick it, stick it, stick it You're the one who's with it with me Yeah, 느려져도 they let slow motion I'll take it to the new world So boy, 말 닿는 대로 가 there's no way 그리고 내게로 와 follow my lead Let's get it, yeah How long before we fall in love 저 나비처럼 round, round, round How long before we fall in love Let me know It's like a depression 눈빛 너무 즐거워 Stick it, stick it, stick it
Hello there and welcome back. It's 5:23 in the afternoon. You're listening to For Your Busan. My name is Nick and we're in the middle of Quiz Master. Today's quiz is Busan to the World, where we are guessing one specific city in the world. I've given you some hints about it and we've got a variety of different answers coming in. First of all, we have a familiar face, Jubro. Welcome back. Saying, hi Nick, long time no see. How have you been? I've been good, my friend. How are you? It has been a while since I've seen your name. Hope you've been keeping well. It's good to see you here. Feel free to take some guesses at today's quiz while you're here, my friend. Let's have a look at some answers. We had 고수님 saying Italia. Cool. Benny님 saying 정답. Amsterdam. All right. 황 작가님, welcome. Saying 나트랑. In Vietnam. That's a good guess. Good guess. 황 작가님 also changing it to Firenze. Okay. We have Kim Sang-yun-님 on KakaoTalk saying Dubai. Welcome to the show, by the way, and thank you for your answer. Also, 9085번님 messaging in on 문자 messages saying 안녕하세요, 두바이일까요? Could be. But you won't know yet. Thank you for messaging in. Keep the messages coming in. I'm going to give you some more hints to see if we can narrow down and get some right answers. So, the next hint, this city, this city has no personal income tax. So that means 세금을 안 낸다는 뜻이죠. Wow. Let's all move to this city, right? Seems like a dream city. So this city has no personal income tax. Over 80% of this city's population are expats. Okay, that narrows it down a lot, I think. So 80% of this city's population are not natives of this country. The cost of living in this city for an individual is roughly $2,309 per month in US dollars, which is a bit lower than the average cost of living in the USA. A monthly metro pass, like a subway pass or a bus pass, would cost $96, while a taxi pass might be $200 to $300. I mean, if you've never lived here, this means nothing to you, I'm sure. But here is a better hint, which I'm sure a lot of you might know. So, a special chocolate that originated in this city is really famous. And I've heard of this only because people on here have told me about this before. Apparently the chocolate from this city is really famous. That should narrow it down a little bit. Okay. I know, usually when I think of UPD, when you think of famous chocolate, where do you think? Oh, do you think of here? Yes. Oh, okay. I think of Belgium. Yeah, Belgium. That's the classic, right? Oh. Yes. You didn't hear that. Hopefully you didn't hear that. We'll have to listen. We'll have to play it back. Nobody heard that. We've got some messages coming in. Let's have a look here. We have Chae-sung-nim saying their answer, saying, I have no clue. That's okay. But then saying, I'm craving more food because of the rain. Ooh, have something good. But I would have to say, I feel very guilty ordering food when it's raining because it's dangerous for the pedalons to kind of drive and navigate on their tiny scooters. But I guess business is business at the end of the day, right? If you don't live too far, maybe it's okay. We have Stella Nim saying, hello, welcome to the show, saying, Dubai. Okay, welcome to the show, by the way. Parang Nim, good to see you, saying, 해밀턴? 가보고 싶은 도시란 한번 찍어봤어요. 가보고 싶은 도시라서 한번 찍어봤어요 라고 하셨어요. Hey, that's awesome. Actually, 파랑님, we have someone who lives in Hamilton. Jenny-nim on YouTube lives in Hamilton, so maybe you can hop on over to YouTube Live and get some tips on what it's like to live there. Good guess. Thanks to Jenny-nim, I know that Hamilton is in New Zealand. And thanks to Drift Monkey-nim as well. All right, so did someone say Egypt? No, maybe I misread that incorrectly. Jenny-nim, Summer-nim, welcome to the show. Good to see you. Suddenly everyone is changing their answer. Even Manakdo Yongnim says, chocolate 하면 Dubai chocolat이죠. Why is it just me that doesn't know about this? I had no idea about Dubai chocolate, if that's even a thing. Okay. Oh, Jenny-nim. Oh, okay, I'm going to be a bit of like a mediator here. To 파랑님 from Jenny-nim, 여기요? 오세요. 라고 해서 해밀턴으로 오세요라고 하셨어요. There you go. I'm sure it's a lovely place to visit. All right, that's all the hints I've got for you for now. I know there's a really big hint that I'm thinking of, but if I give it to you, it's like way too obvious. But it seems that everybody seems to have been set on their answers anyway. Famous chocolate, yeah. No income tax. 80% of this population are expats. So there you go. We're going to take a song break and then we'll be back to find out the answer and give the winner. Let's listen to Twist King by Tobo.
Everybody dance.
Welcome back, everybody, to For Your Busan. It is 5:33 in the afternoon. We're in the final moments of our Quizmaster segment. We did just listen to a song, Twist King by Turbo, giving me, I want to say 90s vibes. UPD, when is Turbo like 90s? 90년대인가요? I think so. Around that. Honestly, I think 90s Korean music is the best. I love 도시 아이들. They are like really, they're 90s, I think, right? 90년대인가요? 모르겠어. You don't know 도시 아이들? They're really good. Steve, you know 도시 아이들? He has no idea. I guess I'm an old guy. Well, I quite like them anyway. And we have people like 황 작가님 saying 터보라니, and then 고수님 saying wow 오랜만에 듣네. I guess lots of people kind of grew up in the 90s, which is really cool. All right, now the question of today was, where is this city that I've been giving you hints of? One of the biggest hints that we gave was that this city is really famous for chocolates. Especially recently, there's a special chocolate which came out from this country. Everyone's loving it. But actually, we have 황 작가님 giving a slightly different vibe, saying 초콜릿 유명한 곳은 가나이에요. Yeah, you know what? Not the brand, but the country. I'm sure they have some delicious chocolate. I'd love to try it for sure if they ever did release it. Jubro saying right, 90s music. Thank you for confirming with me. Now, today's, we had lots of people messaging in the answer. Limnim also came in saying Dubai. A lot of people thinking it's Dubai. Is that the answer, though? Is that the answer? Well, I'm going to have to tell you that today's answer of Quizmaster is Dubai. Yay, it was Dubai. Dubai was the answer. You were all correct. That was Dubai. Famous chocolate. It has the big artificial island, no income tax for its residents, which is probably why so many people move there. And of course, we didn't have this hint because it'd be too obvious, but it's home to that really tall building, not the Wiz Khalifa, the Burj Khalifa, which is easy to get mixed up. So, lots of people messaging the correct answer after hearing some of the hints, but there can only be one winner. So, we're going to give a coffee coupon to... I'll do it with my hands. Oh, okay, we've got a clip. Oh, good. My knuckles. 김상윤님께 드리겠습니다. Ooh, I love that Super Mario sound. It sounds like we've just leveled up. That's awesome. 김상윤님 축하드립니다. You win today's coffee coupon. Enjoy it, my friend. Maybe drink it in a tumbler for Earth Day. I should take that advice too. And everyone, thank you so much for participating. If you didn't win a prize, don't worry, because we have this segment every single day. Tomorrow is Wednesday. UPD, on Wednesdays, what's the prize for this new season? Pizza, there you go. So we're going to have pizza tomorrow. Come and try your luck. You could be the winner. It's always a bit of fun as well. All right, the time is now 5:36 in the afternoon. Don't go anywhere because we have a special guest in the building.
Tune in to For Your Busan, featuring local news, events, and interviews with people in the community. Airing from 4:05 to 6 p.m.
Now, am I supposed to say something here? Or is this...
You gotta do it. 해야 돼요.
You gotta show me. What am I doing?
그냥 따라하세요.
Am I rowing?
But I don't remember exactly. 여기까지만 알고 있습니다.
Wait, is this the intro for this segment or is this today only?
Intro, isn't it? Yeah.
Every week?
Mm-hmm.
So, when I first heard it, I was thinking it sounds like some 1940s black and white kind of old music, but you seem to recognize it and UPD seem to recognize this music. Why do you recognize it and I don't?
This is called like 국민체조. Like when back in the day. Yeah. Most of like every morning Korean has to like, exercise.
Yeah.
국민체조 for this to like warm their like body up.
Yeah.
뭔가 정신 차려라. 좀 이런 느낌으로. 예, 그런 느낌이죠. Yeah.
I have never done this. It's not a thing in the UK, but when I've watched Korean movies and older dramas, I've seen in like 회사마다, 아침마다, they all together stand up and do the that stuff.
I think it was like early, like till early 2000. Like in Korea, they did.
It's not a thing. PD BFM에서 안 하죠. 방송 시작.
I think that's a good idea. 해보면 나쁘지 않을 것 같은데요.
I mean, maybe for the guests and the hosts, maybe it'd be good to do like 목제조 or something.
Yeah. 뭐 어떻게 해야 되죠?
Actually, before the show, I will like do things like that because it kind of loosens the lips.
저도 좀 하고 시작할게요.
Professional.
Thank you.
Hey, Steve, it's good to have you back this season.
I survived.
You did survive.
Because last time, like 10 people voted for me.
Just go.
No, actually it was 3. 근데 갑자기 10명 돼가지고 좀 긴장했어요.
You were never going to be dropped. So, you've got too much love and support from
Thank
here.
you.
Now, we've got people saying, like, welcome back, good to see you. Benny Nim as well saying, yeah, Steve, he survived. Or Jenny Nim saying, Steve survived.
Woohoo! I did survive. So this season, I'm back as your health guardian.
Health expert.
왜 반응이 없죠?
Guardian? Guardian이라뇨.
Yes. Guardian. 왜인지는 잘 알려드릴게요.
Okay, 알려주세요.
So great to see you all again. And did you know that Busan is full of sports and fitness facilities? From walking trails to parks, just a few steps away. This season, I'll be meeting citizens staying active and healthy at these amazing places all around Busan.
Now, I know from last season, you went to lots of different like small clubs and venues, so I knew there was a big health presence and sports presence in Busan. But this time you said sports and fitness facilities.
Yep.
So it's a slightly different vibe than individual private clubs.
Yep. So like last time, if you wanted to try, you gotta pay. But this time, it's all free.
Really?
All free.
There you go.
Yep.
Everyone loves something for free, don't they?
Yes.
Yeah.
So for this week, I checked out a brand new walking trail in Haeundae, and wow, it was amazing. Like picture this: the wide open sea of Haeundae stretching out in front of you, people strolling along the beach, and the scent of flowers, trees, and the ocean totally filling the air. It's one of those places where nature just hits you in the best way possible. And of course, I had to try it out myself, so I went, walked the trail, and soaked it all in. Curious to see what it's like. So let's go check it out together.
So we're going to play a clip. And you're saying that you went there and you...
I actually went there.
And you did this.
Yeah, I did.
And there's a video. All right, without further ado, let's play the clip.
Hi, everyone. It's Steve here. Can you feel that fresh air? It's so good. Can you hear the waves, the sound of the sea, the breeze? Yes. Today I'm in beautiful Haeundae. And the vibes are immaculate. The air is crisp. The sea is sparkling. And guess what? I just walked barefoot on the most unique trail ever, Clay Trail. It's called the Hwangto Trail, and it's tucked inside Songnim Park, right behind Haeundae Beach. This trail is 640 meters long and made completely of clay-like, real clay for your feet. It's such a shame I'm the only one here enjoying this beautiful place. Next time I come to spot like this, I have to bring our PD, Nick, and our rider too. Don't you think so, everyone? All right, for more details about this place, I'll hand it over to Steve.
I have to wonder, was that a voiceover or were you speaking to yourself as you recorded it?
That's actually voiceover.
나중에 편집해가지고.
네.
Okay, because
동시에 하면은, because like actually it was a bit loud there.
Yeah.
So that's why I did a voiceover.
Wind and stuff.
Yeah, a lot of winds there.
Yeah. Hey, I have actually seen that. I walked past it last weekend, but it was closed. I think it was quite late.
Oh, it was closed?
But it wasn't open. But I was like, I wonder what that is. I wonder what it is. It looks really cool and orange.
But actually, it just opened. And when I went there, it was fabulous. It was so amazing.
Really?
It was my first time walking on the Hwangto-gil.
Okay. I've walked over lots of those places where you take your shoes off and it's got like the rocks and the the Mongdol and the stuff. And that feels great. So how is this different?
So it has 3 different sections. First, a wet clay path that's super cool and refreshing. Second, a dry clay path that's nice and smooth. And third, muddy section that's squishy and fun. Like this is my favorite.
Yeah,
the muddy one.
Okay.
And all of this under the shade of beautiful pine trees with the smell of the sea in the air, nature overload in the best way possible. And there are over 1,800 hydrangeas and roses planted all along the trail. So it's colorful, fragrant, and totally SNS worthy.
You filming it like you are going to upload to like TikTok or like Insta or something like that.
I think like people might think of me as a like
what
YouTuber.
Hey, you could be. You could be.
I was walking like this.
Oh, so
like
people
talking
were
to the
thinking,
camera.
Like,
I did talk, but like when I listen again, like the playback, 너무 windy 해가지고 I did the voiceover.
We appreciate you, going out in public, and because it can be embarrassing to film in public,
a bit.
So we appreciate you doing that. Now, one thing you notice, obviously, is bright orange, and it's going to stain your feet, and you can't put your shoes and socks on after that.
Yeah, you can, but like.
But you can.
되게 얘기를 잘하셨는데, like you don't need to worry about getting your feet dirty because there are foot washing stations at both ends of the trail, so you can rinse off before heading back to the city.
Brilliant stuff. I think that's essential.
Yeah. Good job, Busan.
Yeah.
Good job.
Before we talk more about how to get there, I don't suppose what benefits is it supposed to? Because I know with the rocks and the bongdols and the stuff like that, it's meant to like be good for the pressure on your feet, so it kind of stimulates blood circulation and it feels refreshing. Is like 황토, does it have any kind of like nutritions? Or?
Actually good for your skin.
Okay.
And second, we call it 지압.
Oh, like pressure on the pressure points.
Yeah, it has the same effect as like the 돌.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
That's as far as I know.
Okay.
Yeah.
It kind of reminds me of the. I went to the Poryong Mud Festival a long time ago. That was a lot of fun, and it's good for you as well.
Yeah,
it was great.
Oh, how was it?
It was amazing.
It was amazing.
10 years ago.
Wow. 근데 뭐 부산에서도 작은 보령이 있습니다.
황토 Festival.
Yeah, 황토길.
So how do we get there?
So there's 3 options. First, by subway, take line 2, get off at Haeundae Station, and head out through exit number 3. From there, it's about a 10-minute walk to Songlim Park. Super easy. And by bus, you can hop on the bus numbers 39, 100, 141, or 200. Or if you're coming along the coast, buses 1003 or 139 will get you here too. Just get off at 미포 문탄 Road entrance stop. That's 미포 문탄 로드 입구인데요. And you're just a short walk away from the park entrance. 마지막으로 차가 있으시다면 there's parking available at Songlim Park around 200 spaces. It costs 500 won per 10 minutes with a daily max of 15,000 won. So it's convenient if you're driving.
And it's there's a couple of 공영 주차장s as well.
Yes,
so it's cheaper than usual if you have a smaller car or hybrid or whatever.
Exactly.
Perfect.
Yeah. So I actually did an interview who's using the 송림공원 황토길.
So you were walking around and you took the chance to speak to someone who was doing it too. It wasn't awkward, it was okay?
It was good.
Oh, nice, man.
다들 친절하셔서
Oh, that's great.
일단 먼저 한번 들어보도록 하시죠.
Let's do it.
Can you tell us your name, where you're from, and how you found out about this place? My name is Jay. I live in Yongho-dong, and at this place, this is actually my first time coming here. Yeah, this place was kind of like famous and on it. I was like, why not just come here?
What do you like the most about walking on this Hwangto trail?
You know what? Like, there's not a lot of places where you can really relax. It's like going to the sauna. Like, you can really let yourself off. Like, it's a great way to loosen up.
Besides the Hwangto trail, is there anything else in this park that you really liked?
You know what? People are more chill. I think it's one thing, it's because of the environments. People have this look on their face, like they're more chill, they're more engaged with nature. That's my thoughts.
I like his voice.
Oh,
He has
yeah.
a really good voice. Yeah.
Actually, he lived in Australia for like more than 5 years. Yeah, I love his voice.
So you just happened to run into him, and he was enjoying this 황토길 as well?
Yeah. So our first interviewee is someone named Jay who lives in Yongho-dong. He said he found out about this place through social media. When he saw there was a Hwangto trail right here in Haeundae, he was so intrigued that he had to check it out. What he really enjoyed about the trail was how relaxing it felt to walk through nature. He said it was even better because everyone around him seemed to be enjoying it at the same slow, peaceful pace.
Wow, that sounds amazing. You know, social media, it's the most powerful thing now to get things out. No longer is it articles are still powerful, but social media is the way to get this information out there.
Yeah.
That's really cool. And I think it's double points because it happens to be on probably still the most popular place in Busan.
Yeah.
So it's very easy to get there. Yeah.
So actually, I had one more clip that I had an interview.
Okay.
Let's take a listen.
어디에 사는 누구시며 이 장소를 어떻게 알게 되셨나요?
프루지오. 저 센트럴 프루지오에 살아요.
네네.
항상 이 앞에 동백섬을 운동하러 다니다가
네네.
이거 맨 처음 시작할 때부터 계속 봤죠.
오, 초기 때부터 알고 계셨던 거죠?
네네네.
네. 공원에 오기까지 접근성은 어떠신 것 같나요?
저희 집은 상당히 가까우니까
네.
뭐 상당히 좋죠. 이런 시설이.
몇 분 정도 걸리시나요?
저희 집에서 여기까지 한 10분 안에 10분도 안 걸리지.
걸어서 10분?
네네, 걸어서 10분.
와, 정말 가깝네요.
네네네.
그럼 이 공원은 어떤 분들에게 추천하고 싶으신가요?
글쎄, 나이 많으신 분들이 많으세요. 몸이 불편하시니까.
네.
근데 이제 맨발로 걷는 게 상당히 좋다고 요새 이제 막 전국적으로 붐이 일어나잖아요.
네네네.
예, 그래서 네, 이제 젊은 사람들도
네.
같이 많이 이용해 주시면 좋겠는데 보니까 나이 많으신 분들이 많이 계시네요.
네네.
네, 젊은 분들도 많이 이용해 주세요.
That's awesome. So she actually lives pretty close. Which 10 minutes doesn't take 10 minutes to get
Right
there.
in front, isn't it? Yeah. So our next interviewee was a woman who lives in Haeundae, just steps away from the Hwangto Trail. She told us she discovered the park not only because it's right in front of her house, but also while looking for ways to take better care of her health. As we all know, when it comes to sticking with a workout routine, convenience really matters.
Yes.
진짜로.
It does.
And for her, it couldn't be easier. It only takes about 10 minutes on foot to get there from her place, which makes it super accessible and easy to stay consistent. She recommends this park to anyone who wants to stay healthy and says it's also a great option for younger people looking to get into a good wellness routine.
This is something that I would be interested to try because I've never tried this. And when I did see it said, please, you must take your shoes and socks off. Because,
yeah.
You know, with the normal rock ones, the pebble ones, I do see people just walking on it with their shoes sometimes, which I know you're not supposed to.
I mean, like, same thing happened. Actually, I went to the Hwangto Trail.
Yeah.
There was, like, some people putting their shoes on and, like, walking off it.
Maybe because they didn't know, because I haven't seen any of those before, so maybe some people were unfamiliar with it. But I'm sure as it increases in popularity, you'll realize, don't put your dirty shoes on there.
Yeah.
Take them off. You can wash your feet at the end. It's all okay. Yeah.
And also, like, I could not find any of the younger, like, people like me. 좀 아쉬웠어요.
Yeah. So encourage all of the younger generation to get over there.
For those who's listening, like, same age as me, 가세요.
How old are you? No, you don't have to tell that if you don't want
me?
to.
Oh, no, it's fine. I'm 26 years
Who's
old
your
right
favorite
now.
K-pop group?
Me?
Yeah.
Favorite?
Yeah.
소녀시대.
Okay.
Too old, right?
Oh, you have an older taste, maybe.
Oh.
We've got some messages coming in. We had Drew Bro saying, Steve, 밝은색 옷도 잘 어울려요. 검은 티셔츠만 있는 줄 알았어요. Actually, wait. You might want to open your Superman, your Superman a bit.
I mean, like, I did, like, wear a lot of, like, black t-shirts till now. 저도 밝은색 옷 있습니다. 네.
I mean, you always gave off the kind of like Mark Zuckerberg vibe. You know, like billionaire tech mogul, one t-shirt. You know?
Oh, I didn't expect that. 다음부터 조금 colorful하게 입고 와보도록 할게요.
You do you. You do you.
I'll do me.
I think it's a compliment, though. We also had Benny Nim. Benny Nim liked your title of the Health Guardian, and Jenny Nim said it suits you.
Oh.
Should we call you the Health Guardian then?
Woo! Actually, like, our corner name, the segment, 이게 그 우리 동네 체육 시간인데 그 영어로는 Get Active Busan입니다.
Okay.
나오세요.
Okay.
네, 제가 좋은 것도 알려줄 테니까 나오세요.
That's. How can you say no? How can you say no?
나와.
Get active.
Yeah.
We also had quite a lot of messages about the 국민체조.
Oh.
We had Choi Sung-nim saying, I used to do 국민체조 in school.
Oh, me too.
And Go-Sunim as well, saying it's really difficult to do the exact moves because I guess there is a set routine that you have to do.
But I miss the old days.
You say that like Latin Maria. You're like the youngest one in this room. You're the youngest one in this whole station, I think, Steve.
연기할라 했는데.
If you had to 마무리, like summarize everything, how would you do this?
So a healing barefoot trail in the heart of Haeundae, you know, surrounded by flowers, trees, the ocean breeze, and lots of good vibes. So, want to refresh your body and soul? Then this Hwangto Trail might just be your new favorite chill spot.
Awesome.
It's my favorite now.
I'm going to check it out, and I'm sure it's going to be open, and I'll give it a go. Thanks a lot, Steve, for bringing this to our attention.
Oh, you're going to do the vlog too?
Nah, I'm not. I'm not that confident.
Okay.
If we go together, I'll do it together with you.
All right, gotcha.
We'll see you.
Okay.
Steve, see you next week.
Bye.
There goes our health guardian. Everyone, the time is now 5:53 in the afternoon. We've come to the end of the show. Tuesday is down. Come join me for tomorrow as we welcome Hump Day Wednesday. And thank you for participating, everybody. Stay dry as well. The show was produced by Kim Yoon and written by Hong Kyung-hwa. I've been your host, Nick. We're going to leave you with Country House by Blur. I'll see you tomorrow.
Thought to himself, oops, I've got a lot of money. Caught in a rat race, terminally. I'm a professional cynic, but my heart's not in it. I'm paying the price of living life at the limit. Caught up in the centuries, anxiety. Yes, it preys on him. Empty bed, drives him wrong. Lives in a house, very big house in the country. Watching afternoon repeats and the food he eats in the country. He takes a manner of pills and piles up analyst bills in the country. Oh, it's like an animal farm, that's a rural charm in the country. He's got morning glory and life's a different story. Everything's going Jack and Jory. In touch with his own mortality. Like looking bad prose. It's a helping hand that makes you feel wonderfully blind. Oh, it's a century's remedy for the faint at heart. Star drives simple. Lives in a house, a very big house in the country. He's got a fog in his chest, so he needs a lot of rest in the country. He doesn't drink, smoke, laugh, takes herbal baths.